Hey folks, welcome to our next edition of Soul Talk, where working dancers go to chat about what's on their hearts and minds. And in our first session, we talked about where to get started. So once you have a college degree, or if you didn't go that route, that's fine too, but what to do or how to get started on your career pursuit. And you can check the description below for a link to that video. But this week's question comes from Kimberly Coco on Instagram. And Kimmy actually had a couple of great questions, but the question I want to focus on today is, what has been your biggest obstacle as a working dancer? And it actually didn't take me long at all to figure out my response to this question. I could have gone the easy route and said, it was figuring out how to not be nervous in auditions, or, figuring out how to manage my time when I had to work overnight and then audition during the day and then take classes at night, and dealing with the fatigue that came along with that. But my honest response is I have been my biggest obstacle in my career pursuit. All of the ways that I have gotten in my own way, whether that be, being anxious when I'm not where I think I should be, being frustrated when I've had to work other jobs aside from dance and just wanting to dance solely, or when I get anxious or frustrated or in my feelings for once I've compared myself to other people, or second guessing my own worth when I'm working a project. Just all of the ways I have stolen my own peace on my journey. And yes, pursuing a career takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but I don't believe it has to be an uphill battle every step of the way unless you make it that. And like I have. So things that I have learned to do to get out of those places, to get out of that space, are affirm my worth. So I've learned to affirm to myself my value, and it's also a great way to keep my dreams and goals in front of me and kind of speak towards what I aspire to. I've learned to meditate daily to maintain a level of peace and get rid of any anxiety, just to be where I am. And that brings me to my third point. I have learned to just work on being present in the moment. That means I am not focused on the past, things I've gone through, experiences I've had, or people that may have hurt me. Nor am I worried about the future. Not anxious about what tomorrow will bring or how I'm going to get there or what's going to happen when I get there. Just learning to be exactly where I am, to be okay with that, and to just be fully present for myself and for you and for all of the things and my projects around me in this very moment. That did not happen overnight. It took me a while to even get to that space, and it took me a second to even realize that I wasn't in that space, if that makes sense. So I had to be aware where I was energy-wise, and then I had to make a choice to change that and work towards it. And I'm human, so there are times where I'm still, second guessing myself, or I'm still comparing myself to other people, or I am still, anxious and why am I not working this project yet and when I really want to be. But again, I've learned how to take myself out of those places and to bring myself to a place where I am now, a place of peace that is always available to me, and to not allow external factors to steal that peace. So yeah, I affirm my worth, I meditate for a few minutes daily, and I focus on being exactly where I am, present in every moment, so that I can be my very best self for me, for others around me as well. So hopefully that answered your question, Kimmy. That was very brutally honest. So if you have your own questions, you can reach out to me on social media. That's Instagram or Twitter at Choreo by Shatay. If you haven't already, you can join the movement on theworkingdancer.com. You can join us on Facebook as well, on our Facebook page, as well as in our closed group. Just search The Working Dancer on Facebook. And until next time, happy dancing, folks. Bye.